Hello friends, it's Nancy. It's been a while since I've had a chance to play, so forgive me for being out of the picture. Super busy week. Super emotionally exhausting. So there's activity going on in my community with the tent city. So while I was on vacation, the residents at the tent city were issued a notice to leave by the 30th of June. So I won't bore you with the details, just know that when you combine extremely hot weather, 32, 33, humidexes in the who knows where, people who are vulnerable, frightened, and surviving with both physical and mental health and substance use problems. Let's just say the temperature has really gone up for those vulnerable people, and it's just, yeah. So I've been working lots of overtime this week, and when I came home at night, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm done talking for the day. Actually have been attending meetings this week with my microphone turned off just so I don't say anything. You know, you have to preserve relationships sometimes, and I just, want the best for everybody. So sometimes that's not going to be me shooting off my big mouth. Anyway, enough of that. So Catherine would have loved it if I could have used this as the spine for my vintage journal. It's not going to happen because the bands, this is where between the two bands is too long. So it will have to be saved for another project. I can't remember who said make sure you seal it. And I thought that was a good idea. So what I got here is this Mod Podge matte. It's spray-on, but I don't like it, the spray-on. So I just, it's really watery. So I just poured some in a dish here and brushed it on. I wonder how it's going to turn out. This is the scrap that was cut off. It's definitely going to change the color, I think. But that might be okay. I'm just going to set that aside for now. And we'll see what that looks like in a few minutes. So I do want to make a spine, and I do like the width of this spine. So what do we think that is? An inch-ish? Yeah, more or less an inch. So I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of file folder, I guess. It's difficult to get a true sense of the measurement because there's sort of beveled edges on the edges of the book. And we'll see how that goes. Turn that over. So it looks right in the neighborhood of 7.5 inches. Nancy. There we go. I'm getting a different ruler. This one's catching. Clearly that was not meant for use with a craft knife. Okay. Where is my big giant pencil? I got it. Okay. So I have my big giant novelty pencil here. A small dowel would work as well, of course. And I've got it wrapped in plastic wrap because when I used it without the plastic wrap one time, the glue seeped out and all the paper stuck to the wood and just tore it all to pieces. So it's got saran wrap on it now. Yeah, so I've been pretty much a slug all week. When I get home, I just crash and burn. I should say that I have used the entire fund. I bought 6 more tents this week, some tarps, and that pretty much was it. That was the budget. So thank you so much for contributing to that fund. I feel like I might actually have made some headway with local municipal government, and maybe they are going to be a little more forthcoming with cash in hand, because clearly this is going to be a problem that requires some creative solutions to find people safe, secure, stable housing. So I feel like we've made some headway in that direction. I guess the proof will be in the pudding, won't it? We'll just have to see what happens. Anyway, but I have met some really great people this week. People that had just amaze and astound me with their strength and resilience, endurance that I would never have. I just wouldn't have. And God, how people are able to carry on is just incredible. One of the sad stories I heard, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. One older gentleman, he's in his 50s. He's been there for, I don't know, 6 months or so. But has been homeless for about 2 years, all told, I think. And he said, you know, people drive by and they shout abuse and throw things at the camp, you know, bottles and stuff. He says, I just let it roll off my back. I just think, you know what? You're one paycheck from being here. one paycheck. And that's true. It's true. You know, if people don't have anybody else they can rely on or lean on or beg, borrow, or steal from, and that one paycheck is gone for some reason, you lose your job, a huge disaster happens, there's just no way to overcome some things. Hey, you know what? I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do that. I've been working on another book. I've been working on this one because I've been kind of anxious to do something in blue. So in my off-camera hours, I've just been quietly crafting with that. So that's enough of that nonsense, Nancy. No more. I met a young nurse today who works in the community. So this specialized outreach nurse. So working with the same, you know, sort of population, doing injections and wound care and that sort of thing. And she loves her job. And it was just so great to see that. So we stood on the street and talked for a bit. And today's weather was much cooler. It was a very welcome break. I actually shut off the air conditioning in my bedroom because it's just nice and comfortable now. I'll turn it on before I go to sleep because I like a cold bedroom, but one thing about this is there's not going to be any brush lines. At least I wouldn't think there would be on the leather. So I've been binge watching The Flight Attendant. I'm on, I started season 2 last night. Very interesting. I don't think I'm going to like season 2 as much as I enjoyed season 1. So it has the actress Kelly, I can't remember her name. I want to say it's Cuoco, something like that. Who played Penny in the Big Bang series, Big Bang Theory series, I should say. Okay. On top of my ink. And Rosie Perez. I can't think of the last time I saw something with Rosie Perez in it. Yeah, I mean, it's not for you if booze and crime and violence and sex and swearing and all that other good stuff is offensive, because it's got more than its fair share. But if that those particular things don't faze you, then it's kind of an entertaining watch. Okay, I think I got an even layer on here. I think I'm going to use like maybe a striped ticking for the spine, do a fabric spine. What do you think? Something really, you know, on the shabby end of things. Yeah, this one's already starting to dry, and it's already looking good, eh? Oh my goodness. I try to not do that. Very Canadian, I know. Yeah, and this book itself is so thick. Like, I'll never be able to stitch through it. So I'm going to have to be extra handy with the glue. Like, it's almost like there's multiple layers of, like maybe 3 layers of chipboard in there. It's like, yeah, maybe. Oh, I just heard Doug come through the door. I better go and see him before he starts singing or something. Hold on. So I got a piece of ticking out, and this is kind of what I had in mind. I gotta wait for this to dry to make the rounded spine. I think I'll stop the video for now. I mean, it's only been just about 20 minutes, but I don't want to start something new. So I'll turn the camera back on tomorrow when everything's dry and I'm not so sleepy and my arm doesn't hurt, because these are still tacky. This isn't set up, so I don't want to push things. I was also thinking it'd be nice if I had a little book plate somewhere, maybe even on the spine. I don't know, maybe a long thin one. We'll see. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. We'll talk to you again soon.